Hi everyone. I normally let the song end and then I start, but I'm running a bit late today. Had to rush home and grab the memory stick I used to save the files on, and what I used to put the audio tracks on when I introduce something, because I just like sounding professional, really. That's the motto. Alongside early bird catches the thing. But yeah, today we got plenty to talk about. Unlike last time, I didn't see a new movie, so I just talked about stuff. I kind of rambled on, probably some topics longer than I needed to, really. But oh man, I'm just gonna say that's on purpose, and I'll just sleep better at night. But anywho, so quirky. So today we are going to talk about first off I saw Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. I was going to call it Fantastic Beasts 2, but I'll give it the full respect. Oh, wait and see until I meant to talk about it. I don't know if it deserves that much. But anyway, we're going to talk about Daredevil Season 3. We're going to talk about the new Doctor Who. I spoiled it all anyway, so if none of those topics interest you, I've lost the plot anyway. So, yeah, well, I hope everyone's having a good day. There's me saying that I had to, I'm in a rush, and I'm just asking how everyone's day is. God, we don't have time for that. We don't have time for formalities. But anywho, we're gonna first off we're gonna talk about Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald. Hey.
I don't do well on boats.
You'll be fine.
Do you know why I admire you, Newt? You do not seek power. You simply ask, is the thing right? The time's coming when you're gonna have to pick a side.
No, I don't do sides.
What are you gonna do?
Nothing is nothing.
Newt, you never met a monster you couldn't love.
Let's take him.
That's your brother?
I think that might have been the best rabbit of my life.
Ironically, this movie's very visually pleasing, and I just played audio from the trailer. This movie was very muddled. Isn't that what this whole show is like? Get out of here, Conscience. Who told you to come back in here from last time? Isn't that ironic? Because muddled rhymes with muggle, and that's, I think, Lord of the Rings. But anyway, this movie is a bit all over the place. It really is. I think that's a general consensus. Everyone's saying it's meh or just really bad. I don't know if many people, unless I assume really die-hard fans, are calling it great. Obviously, when it comes to franchises and brands, obviously Doctor Who's the thing I've always been and still is the most quote-unquote nerdy about. When it comes to Harry Potter, I like it. I'm more of a passing fan, really. It's like Star Wars. I'm probably more of a Harry Potter fan than a Star Wars fan, in all honesty. But I remember a very long time ago. I think it was during sixth form. No, it wasn't secondary school. It was during my sixth form days. I think I can't remember it now. It's one of the two. But I think around the time of like maybe 15, 16. It wasn't many years ago, but I got all the Harry Potter films. My family already had quite a few of them. I think I had to find Prisoner of Azkaban online somewhere. I think Music Magpie. Oh, what a joyous sight. But and one by one, every night or every couple of nights after school, I would watch one, and I very much enjoyed them. I highly did. And each one was like, it was just a magical mystery, because each one has a mystery until it doesn't really have a mystery. It just kind of, like, very much near the end, resides off the narrative. And I just find it very joyous, especially how, very. I mean, Prisoner of Azkaban, like, I mean, visually not as bright and colourful, but it still had moments of fun, if I remember right. Be it, getting a bit darker, you can tell, and then it just Deathly Hallows was just. Oh, that's sad. Personally, my favourite is the Chamber of Secrets, which not many people would go to. Obviously, many people would say the Prisoner of Azkaban, which, funnily enough, in sixth form in my film studies, I studied a film the director of that film made. I can't remember his name. I mean, we heard it so many times that if I looked at it, I would go, oh yeah, but. He directed a movie called Y Tu Mamá También, and which is a really, really good film. I mean, it was a bit awkward because there was a lot of sex scenes in it, and we watched it as a class, and yeah. If I remember right, there wasn't a lot of retreating when it came to those scenes. But, I mean, that's coming from like my film studies 101 of mise en scène, obviously, nothing else. But anyway, it was a very well directed film, and everyone would say, that was the best one, which that's the thing, I kind of just watched a lot of them once in a row, and I've just, seen glimpses of the other. I don't think in a while I've sat down and watched one of them from start to finish again. I just go like, oh yeah, I've seen all the Harry Potters now. But I think a long time ago we watched Chamber of Secrets. But basically, the reason I like Chamber of Secrets, the reason why it's my favourite, just to give some groundwork to talking about this spin-off. I don't know, just very delightful and colourful, and I like the mystery and the tone, and very melodramatic, especially towards the end, when like, I'm Tom Riddle, and I don't know, just delightfully cheesy at some point, but the dramatic characterization hasn't happened yet, really. I mean, I believe that was the film where Ron Weasley vomited slugs, which I assume is very metaphorical for his character down the road. I don't know, that's coming out of my backside. But yeah, I think besides Prisoner of Azkaban, people. I don't know what other like ones people put up there, but that's always the one they always put right at the top. That's the best one. But yeah, I like them. I'm a Hufflepuff. Coincidentally, still in sixth form, went on a trip to Harry Potter World Tour thing in London, which was a delight, especially as a film fanatic, seeing how those films were made and that they made such an impact that they devoted a whole studio space to them. And it was during the time they were filming the first Fantastic Beasts, and it was just a lot of fun. I took hundreds of photos. I was like 16, I believe, or maybe 17. But yeah, I just thought I'd just say when it comes to Harry Potter Harry Potter stuff where I am. When it comes to the first Fantastic Beasts, I'm a humongous fan of the production design, the setting, even the tone. Really, it was just basically just Pokemon in New York in the 1930s. But this one is, like I said, it's just all over the place. If it is, I don't think it actually had a plot. Like, it was just like, character goes here to follow this character, and then we go to this character, and oh, this character's done something, and then this character, and this character, oh look, a bit of Grindelwald, oh look, there's a bit of Dumbledore, getting interrogated. It's just so all over the place. I mean, Newt Scamander I still find very charming. Eddie Redmayne does, he's kind of I don't know if he's known for it, but like in many of his roles, he does have that very whispery, quirk. I mean, in Jupiter Ascending, I think it was a bit overboard. I saw that in cinemas. And like, obviously, Theory of Everything, he was magnificent, dead on. Les Miserables. I remember in a review saying his singing voice sounded like a trumpet. But anyway, his character is very charmingly shy and awkward. Some people say almost autistic, which if that's what J.K. Rowling was going for, then that's very good. That's very, I don't know, I suppose diverse. I mean, like in that reboot of the Power Rangers film, the Blue Ranger was autistic. And I was like, you don't see that a lot in films, and like it doesn't affect the character at all. That's just what the character is. So I don't know, or maybe that maybe the character is just shy. Like if anything, like there was a quote from the first film where he was like Kowalski was like, I think that was Kowalski like, so what do people think of you, Mr. Scamander? Like, oh, I mostly just I just annoy people or something like that. I'm like, ah. I like this cat. I would probably be that character if I was in Harry Potter World. My friend said of Neville Longbottom, which, if anything, to compliment, I chop off a snake, whatever. But yeah, I still very much like Newt. But as for the other cat, like one of my favourite things of the first film was the really cute relationship between Queenie and Kowalski. And I don't want to spoil anything. It just, I guess it's because they're making. Overall, there's going to be 5 of these because they're greedy, and this is based off a little spin-off, like throwaway textbook, of the creatures in Harry Potter world. Not to because the people who made the first all 8 Harry Potter movies, which I guess is lightning in a bottle because they all turned out good. Like I think at worst they were good, and then at like best they were great. I mean, I just really enjoy them because I love bloody magic, and they had the books to work off of. They had the narrative. They had like, okay, well, we don't have to use this, but we'll use this scene, and maybe we'll add a bit of this. This is like because like J.K. Rowling and like the one of J.K. Rowling is like, hey, we're gonna make it off this. Do you want to write it so we don't mess it up? Or maybe it went like that, or maybe they just said like, hey, we're gonna write our way if you don't keep doing it. Like, okay, I'll have to write my way so I don't mess it up. And like, I don't know, J.K. Rowling, everyone's just, I don't know. They're just like, oh, J.K. Rowling, maybe you shouldn't write it, but it's just because they're making 5 of them. They're just elongating so much stuff. They're like, I know they're ruining some things to but later on or mend it so it's just the way you like. They're just the dynamic just wasn't there this time because all the characters were all over the place, and it was only near like I think halfway through that the characters actually see each other again. Like literally 2 characters see each other at the beginning and then they see each other at the end. So the whole 2 hours, like they don't see each other. Grindelwald is just, I mean, everyone's saying, some people are saying Johnny Depp is good, some people are saying Johnny Depp is bad. A lot of people are saying Johnny Depp just shouldn't be in movies anymore because there's like allegations, and also apparently he's not a cool dude. And no, like when you see him in interviews, he seems drunk. I saw like a clip of an interview when he was like on the Graham Norton show. He just seems so drunk and monotone. Maybe I think he's just had enough because he's been constantly playing kooky characters like the Mad Hatter and Jack Sparrow for so many years. And there was that one time he was in Black Mass and actually did a serious role. Was Black Mass, right? Anyone remember that? Benedict Cumberbatch was in that. But yeah, I mean, he was serviceable. Like, oh yeah, he speaks in monotone, and he was very sinister. I mean, obviously, he doesn't make the same impact of Voldemort because you didn't really see him properly till like halfway through, like dead in the middle, like in his Voldemort form, like how you see Voldemort, like you saw him on the back of his head and like whispers and like it built up. This is just like at the spoilers, you haven't seen the first Fantastic Beasts. I much prefer if Colin Farrell was kind of, because like I remember him being good and just like, oh, he's a blonde mustache Johnny Depp. How out of nowhere. I don't know, there's just a lot of silly stuff in it. Like, a lot of people are saying, oh, it messes up established Harry Potter lore. Because, like I said, I've only saw most of the films once in a somewhat of a nightly marathon. I haven't memorized every name for every thing and every piece of lore and every whispers of a character that is pre-established before the Harry Potter films and this and that, because I saw them some time ago. So some characters' names or some characters I can barely remember because I don't know, they were just in a little bit. And I mean, I do want to rewatch the films to just, I don't know, because I saw them anyway, so why not rewatch them? But like some characters pop up or some bits of lore and like some like exposition that goes on, like using this and this and that. I'm like, I can't remember every piece of lore off by heart, so I don't know what you're talking about. Like, well, it's some magic is just like could just do anything. I know. Man, that magic actually does magic. Wow, weird. No, but I mean, like, kind of half-assed magic, like, oh, Newt needs to find the person, so he's just gonna blow some magic dust, and then a feather will show where the person went. Like, if I remember right, magic can't do anything in the Harry Potter films. Like, otherwise, it'll be very easy. Yeah, but I mean, then again, it does have time travel. Obviously, like, there's a twist. I've seen that sort of twist. I've seen it in a bunch of places. Oh, spoilers, there's a twist. Spoilers, there's wizards in it. And then maybe some fantastic beasts, but, well, I mean, there's a few. I mean, most of them you've seen before. Like the little platypus thing that likes gold. But then there's, like, a massive tiger, lion, furry thing that's actually quite adorable. The CGI is really good. Yeah. But, like, some of the editing is just, like, too much to keep up with. Like, the opening chase scene, I think I zoned out for like 2 seconds. I'm like, wait, what? Like, wait, inside the carriage, it's underwater? Like, yeah. Sorry, hurt your ears there. What else? Crimes of Grindelwald. I didn't even go into his crimes that much. He's just a bad dude. But yeah, like, just some things they just, like, write off. Like, okay, obviously, I wouldn't call this a spoiler. If you've seen the first film, at the end, there's this really, really touching thing. Like, I think the first one was really good. I really enjoyed it. I think I've watched it, like, twice. Because, I don't know, I think it did it quite well. It just did a good job. And at the end, and one of everyone's favourite thing about, well, many people's favourite thing about was Kowalski, the Muggle, or Nomad, because he's just, he's like Watson, you put yourself in his shoes, like, experiencing all this magic, and he's just very charming. And at the end, like, he's not allowed to know about the wizard world, so that the vein just gets rid of his memory. And if you see in trailer, if you heard in that trailer, he's in it. Yeah, it just didn't work apparently. Apparently he said, this is just a lie. He just said, oh, the vein got rid of bad memories, but I didn't have any bad memories from what happened. No, that's so pulled out of your rear end. Pardon the analogy, but what do you mean? That's not how it was. It would just get rid of your memories. I mean, bad and good is sometimes quite vague and subjective. I mean, like, if I saw a bunch of magic, I wouldn't call it good or bad. I'd just go like, oh, that's neat. Like, it was just neutral. Oh dear. Oh my. I like how the end of the first film just did a Men in Black 2. Get rid of everyone's memory, except instead of aliens is wizards. But yeah, that's something. It's a shame because I think everyone agrees it's the first Harry Potter related film of the wizarding world that wasn't good. I wouldn't say terrible. Many people are saying terrible. I'd just say more meh. And I'd say that's, like, I wouldn't even call any of the Harry Potter films meh. Like if I think of them through now, Philosopher's Stone, good. Like, the way I think of it like this, when I think of films, I think terrible, bad, meh, good, pretty good, and great. So, like, I don't know, what would that be? Like a 1 out of 10, then maybe like a 3 out of 10, then like a 5 out of 10, maybe like a 6 or a 7 out of 10, then an 8 out of 10, and then like a 9 or 10. So, like, Philosopher's Stone, I give it like again, I haven't seen it in a while, so this is just based off memory, so like a 6 or a 7. I really liked Chamber of Secrets. Like, even though I call other films great, that's just a personal favourite of mine. I like it that much. Then, like, I give Chamber of Secrets also like a 7. Prisoner of Azkaban like an 8. I'm trying to remember the order now. What came after Prisoner of Azkaban? It was Goblet of Fire, wasn't it? Funny enough, I think that was the first Harry Potter film I watched, and it came, wait, let me Google it. When did Goblet of Fire come out? Let's see. Well, that's loading. Pretty much, obviously, David Tennant, I'm a big fan of due to Doctor Who. He's a hero of mine, my role model. It's my dream to meet him one day. He's inspired me to do drama, which makes me so thanks to him. I'm sitting here right now. And yeah, I heard he was in Harry Potter, so I watched that film just because he was in it. Hello, father. And he said that, and he licked his lips like Heath Ledger. and I was like, oh, it's David Tennant. I didn't know what was going on, obviously, but wait there, Goblet of Fire. I didn't even type in Harry Potter. It came out in 2005. I don't think I must have saw it a few years after, so I say I was about 7. But funnily enough, Prisoner of Azkaban, which I believe is the film where at the beginning of the film the aunt inflates and floats towards the sky. My neighbour brought me to see that, and that bit scared me a bit, so I screamed, and so she didn't finish watching the film to my memory, but she still treated me to a McDonald's. How nice of her. Oops. But yeah, so like, I need to bring up the order. Like, I know, I just feel like scoring them now. You know, why not? Oh, for God's sake, the keyboard is so far away. Just bring up the order for me. I can't remember it off by heart. If I type in order, it's going to show me Order of the Phoenix. It did. It showed me. Yeah, it did. So like Goblet of Fire, like a 7 or 8. Order of Phoenix, like a 7. I don't really remember a lot about that film. Maybe like a 6. Then after that's Half-Blood Prince, which I can't remember a lot of besides that, you know, some countdown, and was then like a 7, and then like Deathly Hallows Part 1. You know, it's a slow burn, but like maybe like a 7. Then Deathly Hallows like an 8. So yeah, and Fantastic Beasts. I you know, funny enough, I just watched that a lot. I give that like an 8 or a 7. I had a good time with that. But this, like a 5, like a, not even a 6, maybe like a good 5. Oh God, I don't even say good. It's just, it had elements, but it was just so everywhere because it just, you know, because like just the obligation now, you know, stretches out the 5 movies. Yeah, that's really the thing. Like, I mean, what are people saying about it? Like, if I just type in, see, I'm using the computer. I'm using it as much as last time. Fantastic Beasts 2. I mean, obviously, it's gonna do well. It's at a 40%. My God, I don't think any Harry Potter film's done that. Has gotten that low. I mean, Fantastic. What the critics are missing? I see. I know. I'm not just. I don't want to just say, oh, just the diehards like are finding it great. Obviously, there's got to be a lot. That's the point of watching a movie. No matter who you are, some people are just gonna say that was good. Oh, but that was really bad. I mean, fair enough. I liked it. Like, I don't know. I see. Like in a lot of films I find legitimately great, I can see problems in. But to me, my personal enjoyment of it, just, you know, gets past, you know, what could be seen by many people as flaws, quote unquote. I mean, what does the Rotten Tomatoes say? Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald says glimmers of magic familiar to Harry Potter fans, but the story spell isn't as strong as earlier installments. Yeah. There's like a good 10-minute scene where they, you know, they explain a backstory and then another character goes in like, well, no, wait, that wasn't the backstory. This was the backstory, making that completely pointless. Oh dear. What about as exciting as a trip to Hogwarts' most neglected lavatory? Oh no. I mean, Moaning Myrtle, you know, she's a fun person. You can have a good chat with her. Dash it all, even the devoted will likely struggle with the realms themes of expository talk and gobs of unearned feeling and scads of largely pointless beasties, plus some just plainly lazy visuals looking at you, Magic Cats. Magic Cats, what? I mean, obviously, there's a lot of fan service, like, you do see Hogwarts, and it's like, but, you know, it's just, I guess that's just giving us a bone. A lot of the performances are good. Jude Law is a really good young Dumbledore. It's very classy. And you just see how he becomes this really elderly, wise wizard. But yeah, like the only way to look at this movie as part of something that will continue on and eventually look at as a little part as an overall story, which, you know, it's a bit unfair to judge it on its own, but right now we're only at 2. We're not 5 years down the line. Go like, oh, that makes sense. That's better looking at as a whole. But then again, if you look at the Alien trilogy, or quadrilogy or whatever, even though Alien and Aliens are great, I can't just say, oh, I see. Alien 3 was part of that narrative of those first 2 great movies, so that makes it good as well. No, I have to judge it as right now, and on its own is muddled. And, it's like just dangling keys in front of your face, like, oh, eventually, you'll see what happens and all that. It just introduces so many characters, like just not even, continuing with the old ones, just so many new characters also. Like, it introduces, what's her name? Something Lestrange, Lever Lestrange, introduces Newt Scamander's brother, and they just don't get enough time, they just don't use it as effectively. Some things they threw away before they've even had the chance to develop it, because I couldn't care because it didn't give me a lot of focus. It's like when they killed Superman after 2 movies. You didn't develop him enough and you didn't focus on him enough for me to care. Yeah, like in Infinity War, I don't know, it's a weird comparison, but I cared because I watched them all and it lasted a long time, and it grew on you layer by layer. But what else did people say? I mean, this one said it's good, I think. More workmanlike than magical, fantastic beat the Conjugal, nevertheless feels like an upgrade from its predecessor. One that adds star power, introduces key characters, and lays the foundation for a genuine Wizarding World franchise. I mean, as a spin-off, it is different enough. It's not like The Chosen One, but then again, I hope it's not The Chosen One. Newt Scamander's just neutral, he just wants to do what's right. He doesn't even want to get involved, he's just shy, he just wants to play with animals and stuff, and, look after them, which, you do get that gleeful nature where, how much he loves animals, but, it is, it's different enough, and it's doing its own thing, but, yeah, it's just because, it's a prequel, oh, maybe Dumbledore will die. Well, not here. Eventually you're going, oh, look, it's a young Hagrid and blah, blah, blah. It just seems very, I guess a lot of people are just saying very augmentated. This is just one of them. Feel bad for J.K. Rowling a bit. Apparently a lot of people don't like her. She's very PC or something like that, yeah. But, yeah, what else was I gonna say? It was on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, a lot of people are saying it's worse. I mean, David Yates does a good job. I don't know if he's getting tired of directing these by now, but yeah, I'll leave it as that. More to talk about. There's probably more things I missed, but that's pretty much the gist. Some things are just happen randomly. There was a character who it's just really weirdly edited. A character was there, and then it cuts back to a reaction, and it cuts back to the person just laying on the floor, fainted or passed out or something. You'll know when you see it. It's just unintentionally funny in how, I guess, misexecuted it was. Oh dear. Oh my. One more glance at the news. As in of this film, box office drops 67% from 5 million. I guess people are hearing about. Ending fan feel JK shocking. Doesn't even show the whole title. They do bring back Ezra Miller's character for no reason. They could have just did some more stuff, but no. I mean, then again, I do like Kowalski that much, but you kind of whatever. Okay. Basically, here we go. Next thing. Next, we have this. And for the first time, I'm talking about a TV show as a whole. This is Daredevil season 3. Here we go, boy.
He's claiming to have changed, but they don't know him like I do.
The last time that we spoke, you threatened me.
That is something that I cannot forgive.
I'll stop him for good this time.
There's only one way to stop me, but you're not going to do it.
You sure about that?
Just be careful that you don't become the monster.
Because I've tried to make this city a better place. tell the world who you really are. Someone who's now showing his true colors.
Sometimes you have to hurt one person for the greater good.
The city needs a new villain. I think I might have found him. Daredevil is our true public enemy.
According to eyewitnesses, the brutal attack has been carried out by none other than Daredevil.
Who are you? I'm Daredevil.
Oh my god. 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 Woo! Oh my god. 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 You guys, you don't even know. You don't even know. This the most amazing piece of television ever. I'm just gonna say it right now. It was the best. It was like, this is no daring do. I let the devil out when I watched this bloody masterpiece of god. Almost kicked the chair. I'm just so pumped. This was so great. I don't watch a lot of television, you see. I haven't watched the essentials like the Breaking Bads and the Walking Deads and the bloody Balamoy. Actually, I did watch that. That was pretty neat. But still, this was it's so good. I can't even talk how good this was, guys. I'm just so overexcited. This doesn't cost genuine. Just doing a bit. I'm not doing a bit. This was legitimately great. Season 1 was great. Season 2 was great. People say otherwise, but I thought that was great. This is the best season. This is the best one, guys. Obviously, just like so many Marvel Netflix shows now, there's your Luke Cages, your Jessica Jones, and your Iron Fists, and this. But this is the best show. Obviously, everyone knows it's the best show. They won't cancel this show because it's great. This is good. It's the good stuff. I need to calm down. I can't calm down because I finished it on Friday, so I had a week to marinate. And listening to that trailer, which I probably left too much in. Now pretty much the whole thing. It's reminding me how legitimately great this was. I'm gonna have a heart attack. Jesus Christ. Okay. I still need time to talk about Doctor Who. Oh god, I could just talk about this for the whole show. Okay. This was really good. Yeah. Like I said, I don't watch a lot of television. I'm a big fan of superheroes, and since when this show came out, watched it, and it's the best. It really is. Jessica Jones season 1. It's really good, really good. They obviously, as a David Tennant fan, you see a different side to his range. Season 2 of Jessica Jones, I've only watched a few episodes of, but I wasn't engaged enough to finish it. Maybe I will one day, but I haven't heard his whispers that it was that great anyway. Luke Cage season 1, I also found I really liked. Even what they did to the villain halfway through is a shame, but still had good elements in it. Took a while, but the Diamond Head wore a stupid costume in the end of that show. Season 2 of Luke Cage I found even better, almost pretty much great in fact, with Bushmaster and like all the characters and some really generally well acted and written dramatic scenes. And obviously my favourite superhero is Iron Fist, and they mended it quite a bit in that Heroes for Hire episode. So with Luke Cage and Iron Fist cancelled, maybe they'll do a Heroes for Hire show, which would be nice. Iron Fist, obviously, now everyone think he sucks because of how that show was handled. Season 1, even I could say, was quite in the middle for me. Some people say terrible. I say in the middle. It has its elements. Season 2, I'm only at like episode 5, and the reason it took me this long is because just me not being engaged enough, even as a fan. Finn, I met Finn Jones at Comic-Con, and I got a picture of him, and he autographed my Iron Fist book, and but yeah, they could have done that better. The Defenders was a bit meh for the Sigourney Weaver barely had anything to do. But this though, I tuckered myself out now. I'm going to be completely honest. this is just great. It's just great. I really want to read. What I want to rewatch from the start. Even everyone said, "Oh, superheroes. I don't like superheroes. You know, I don't. That's not my thing." Even though I find this as many people say, the quintessential superhero show. I haven't watched every single superhero show ever, but this works well enough as a character drama, even as a superhero show. The characters is so well written, the story is so well told, the action scenes is movie-like quality, legitimately jaw-droppingly great action scenes that anyone would go, well, that was just badass. Part of my language. Badass. It's fine now. And just it's filmed great, and it's just, you could tell the people in the show are how passionate about it. Because this was the first one, they put so much effort into that season 1, and it's just legitimately great. And yeah, it just is so. I've watched so many video essays on it, how, you know, Matt Murdock dealing with faith and letting the devil out, and how this is his lowest point, and Vincent D'Onofrio's amazing phenomenal, notorious performance as Kingpin. Wilson Fisk has made a triumphant return. The introduction of Benjamin Poindexter, as in the comics Bullseye, is just an amazing character study. Is what Matt Murdock could become if he did let the devil out, if he did cross that line. And it's a really psychological study of how this man at the start, a respected FBI agent, how it turns out, and and Foggy and Karen, Karen gets her an episode, and it makes me go okay, maybe you did deserve the way your dad treats you, and I don't know if I like you as much now, and it's I like how it doesn't. I don't think. It doesn't even cross over with any other of the shows, because this show is so respected on its own. It's so no, you don't mess with Daredevil. Let Daredevil do its own thing. Yeah, sure, Iron Fist could be in Luke Cage, or Misty Knight could be in Iron Fist, but let Daredevil do his thing. Besides a mention or two, of course, what happened in Defenders. I can't recommend it enough. I recommend it. If anyone say, do I have to watch every Marvel Netflix show? No. Literally, watch Daredevil season 1 and 2. Then watch the Defenders. You're not really going to know who Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, or Iron Fist is, but, it carries on, Matt Murdock's story up to that point, and then this one, which is the best one. Season 2, people say, it juggled too much between the Punisher and Elektra. I think it did it fine. I mean, of course, I wasn't as invested in Elektra as I was in Punisher, of course. Maybe threw too much the balls to the wall, but I still found it great. If anything, that was my favourite season until watching this one. So it just got better and better and better. And I just want to own all 3 of them on DVD, because I find it a masterful piece of filmmaking and storytelling, and I was just so invested and engaged. I mean, it didn't make me cry, it just made me go yeah and and oh god. I sound like a fanboy. I am a fanboy of it. It's just that's the few pieces of television I've caught all the way up on. Magnifique. Oh man, I don't know what else to say about it. I'm curious. I'm just gonna everyone, but I'm just putting Daredevil and click news and see what pops up. Man, hopefully I haven't embarrassed myself too much. Man, even the posters look good. When they each Marvel Netflix show has a Facebook page, and they post stuff in in the tone of what the characters are like. Whenever Iron Fist posts stuff in a kung fu wise wisdom sort of quote, and when they were advertising season 3 of Daredevil, it was just putting up Bible passages and stuff, and because it's such a key part. Matt Murdock's character, there's so many things to explore. Good and evil, having faith, not crossing that line. He's just. And Charlie Cox, I want to meet Charlie Cox so bad. My friend who goes to, I think, a theatre school or some sort, Charlie Cox visited, and I was so jealous, because obviously I would nerd about this. Some people would nerd about him being a Stardust. I would about this. Daredevil show on a confirmed season 4 talks at Netflix. Oh yeah, boy. Oh man, like I mean, is it for me? I'm like, because season 1 is like him becoming Daredevil. You know, he had the black ninja costume on, and season 2 is he is Daredevil, red suit, Punisher, Electro, everything. You know, classic Daredevil stuff. Be it not, you know, dealing with the Hand, not Kingpin, especially Kingpin is his, you know, his main rival. And in season 3, you know, back to basics. You know, he's got the ninja costume back on, Kingpin. So is that good? Becoming Daredevil is Daredevil, and then you know, finding Matt Murdock and like, or not abandoning Matt Murdock in a way, because Matt Murdock does some douchey things. It's because he lost his self. And season 4, I don't know where it's gonna go. I guess does he keep the ninja costumes? I don't want to see what happens at the end. It's just, Netflix Daredevil season 3 review. Yeah, you got time with the top 5. I'm just looking at a bunch of new. It's already pitched on season 4. Yeah, they wouldn't cancel that. I know they wouldn't, because everyone agrees it's just the best. Oh man, I would just want to read the Rotten Tomatoes again. Oh, is that? Oh no, that's season 1. Season 1 is at 91%. No, 99, with tight adherence to its source material's history, high production quality, and a no-nonsense dramatic flair. Daredevil sells as an effective superhero origin story, a gritty procedural, if that's how you pronounce it, an exciting action adventure. Oh, wait, does it let me see the runs for the other seasons? I want to see what it says for the other ones. Right there. Okay, I just want to recommend this as much as humanly possible. That's what I want to do. No, I don't want to know about the Daredevil Ben Affleck got 44%. Wow. Overall is at a 90%. The show is given. It's not going to show me. Oh wait, yeah, here it is. Marvel's Daredevil season 3. The man with no fear returns to top form for a third season that begins tediously slow. I guess so, because you know, as Matt Murdock, you know, he's injured, physically and mentally, but gradually generates comic book thrills, immeasurably helped by the welcome return of Vincent D'Onofrio's menacing Kingpin. Yeah, definitely. I love doing the Kingpin impression, like, thank you, Wesley, for helping me in the matter. I know my dad is listening. He would make a great Kingpin. He'd just have to shave his head. I mean, like, his voice is gruffly enough. Yeah, my dad agrees with me. That is great. He normally summarizes, if he says something's alright, then I know he means something's good. But if he said, oh, it's good, then that means he must find it great. So I'm glad we're at the same ballpark. Unlike this episode of Doctor Who, which I would now talk about, because I mean, I didn't go into specifics, I don't think, with that quote-unquote review of Daredevil season 3. I mean, I reviewed more season 3 than it as a whole. Maybe another time I'll talk about it more as a whole, more concisely. But overall, like, just brilliant. I want to rewatch it all. But season 3, great. Just story, characters, all of it very well told. I don't think it ever really jumps the shark. I mean, it's very, very grounded. I mean, the Hand stuff. I mean, Defenders, they deal with, you know, bringing people back to life. But yeah, okay. Before I just ramble on more and more, and I'll just talk about Doctor Who. Here we go.
Something is very wrong here at Kablan. If anything happens to us, or anyone else here, you'll have me to answer to.
Really, really fun episode. Really good. Yeah, just structurally sound, and just characterically sound. Just really, just a good old fun classic classic Doctor Who episode. You know, like there's a mystery. You know what's going on adventure, sci-fi, and all that jazz. Yeah. Wait, now, just the microphone. I just want to lean back now. You know, just because I exhausted myself with Daredevil. Yeah, legitimately good. As because it adds to Series 11 as a whole thus far that there are more good episodes than meh. So like The Woman Who Fell to Earth, good. The Ghost Monument, I barely remember anything about it. So I'll just go alright, I guess. Then Rosa, really good. Then what was it? Arachnids in the UK. That wasn't just great at all. I think it just got too political myself. Cringily, I think. Then the Demons of... Oh, no, wait. I forgot. The Tsuranga Conundrum. That was alright, I guess. Then the Demons of Punjab. Really good. And this is really good. So, yeah. Overall, a lot of people, are saying, oh, it's bad, it's crap. Like, just let it finish first. Just let it... Wait till the end before, just clickbaiting. But yeah, this a really good time. Had a good setting, like good, like the robots looked cool. Good mystery. The Doctor is very much the Doctor. Like, I think I am still getting the grips of what a Doctor is. Like, very energetic. Or that's probably just how that's just Jodie Whittaker as a whole, just very energetic. Doctor is a bit of a show off. There are many lines in a few episodes like, "Oh, I'm good, aren't I?" The writing wasn't so stating the obvious. Doctor said something, companion asked a question, back and forth, as much. But yeah, well, it wasn't too bad. Yeah. Again, I just exhausted myself about Daredevil so much now, which I've already said. But yeah, I'm just trying to transition from Daredevil to Doctor Who. Both begin with a D. Oh, that shows how knackered I am now. But good episode. It's a bit like, I don't want to spoil anything, but for people who haven't watched it, I don't know if I should anyway, because if you haven't watched this week's the episode Doctor Who Kablam, just cover your ears for 5 seconds. Ready? Okay. Turns out the villain was going to use deadly bubble wrap to kill everyone. There you go. Uncover your ears now. You don't. Yeah, you're fine. Which is interesting because it's like only in Doctor Who after 55 years. Only that would, of course, that would have be the case in a Doctor Who episode. It's a bit like just stuff you wouldn't see anywhere else, just conceptually. Like in that not very good Peter Capaldi episode, Sleep No More. Which was the found footage one where the villains were made out of sleep. Like, oh, good job. But yeah, that's neat. I should stop making noises right into the microphone. I don't want to hurt anyone's ears. But yeah, that was really good. There's the whole news of like the Doctor maybe not getting a Christmas special. I talked about that last time. But as a whole, like the companions had a good dynamic. Like a lot of characters, I was legitimately, disheartened that they stuff happened to them in this week's episode. Oops. But yeah, like there were a lot of likable characters in here, and like for how much time they had to go from companions to Doctor to other new character to villain, or what you think is the villain, who you think is the villain. It balances it quite well for an episode that is having its take on Amazon. But yeah, that's the gist. Let's see what people are having to say about it. If I Google Doctor Who Kablam, what do people have to say? 13 explosive questions we have after watching Doctor Who Kablam. I mean, it did foreshadow a lot of stuff really well. Like, what was it? How what, like one person says, "Oh, yeah, cleaners could get around anywhere," and like that links to something later. But yeah, I was a bit confused at the start how like a person got into the TARDIS, thought no one could, but I guess I think someone answered that and I just can't remember the answer. Doctor Who's differing approaches find a shared fear in the future of Amazon. Saw Doctor Who's future or someone screwed up. Oh yeah, next week looks neat, or this week rather. Oh yeah, when Jodie Whittaker had the fez on, she actually looks good with a fez, legitimately. Doctor Who's Jodie Whittaker defends Series 11's quote-unquote topical storylines. Yeah, some people are calling it too PC. Out of curiosity, this Have to see what we say. We got about a couple minutes left. No, I don't want your cookies. Oh yeah, John Bowman is on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Yay. Let's see. Following wait. It linked me to a random Celebrity Get Me Out of Here article. I don't want that. Get out of here. This is more important. We have the opportunity with this show like no other. That's true. I mean, like Doctor Who, it can easily do fun, conceptual sci-fi stories. It's educational stuff about history, or something more just like very timely, very topical. Jodie Whittaker has hit back at critics of the new series of Doctor Who have accused the show of being too politically correct. I mean, the arachnids in the UK definitely did that quite a bit. The BBC says I don't know if ratings are dwindling. Yeah, it'll take too long to read all of it. That's about the gist. Again, very rambly, but that's just going off my memory. But yeah. Just keep on going. Not too long till, that's all 10 episodes and get to look at it overall. But yeah, talked about Fantastic Beasts, Daredevil, maybe kind of as a whole, I suppose. I just kept saying great over and over again. And this week's episode of Doctor Who was just really fun, good time, like actually good, well handled. And it wasn't written by Chris Chibnall. Maybe that's saying something. Well, that's about it. I'll leave it there. I hope everyone has a good rest of their Thursday evening. Besides Doctor Who, I think I'm going to try to watch Wreck-It Ralph 2, or Wreck-It Ralph 2 Ralph Breaks the Internet, because I heard that's actually really good. And maybe something else. And if I re-watch all of Daredevil, I'll just keep talking about it again. Or something else. I don't know, we'll wait and see. Anyway, I hope everyone has a good rest of their evening. Thank you for listening. If you listened from the start to now, or just tuned in, very grateful. Any feedback at all, or any requests of sorts, I have a Hotmail account, Deano Reviews at hotmail.co.uk, Deano Reviews, no space, all lowercase. If anyone is interested in that, could just be just me, besides from mum and dad listening, which thanks again. I bet you're going to call me and tell me how absolutely amazing I was, because that's what parents do. But yeah, thank you very much. Very grateful for the endurance, and toodaloo. This start wrong mouse.
UPSU Radio, Plymouth's #1 student radio station.
Having any worries about housing, debt, or exams? Visit